everyone. I'm back this week with a card. And oh my goodness, it's Christmas already. Well, it will be before we know it. That's why we've got to start with our cards now. So I'm using a piece of, I think it was watercolour paper, which I'd done maybe a jelly print or something on it. It was just in my stash. And I thought, well, that's a great background piece. So I just stamped some snowflakes on it with some Versamark clear embossing ink. Just heat setting it now. And just so you know, all products that were used in this project are listed on my blog in a post, which the link is in the description below this video. Alright, so just stamped some images. I didn't know what I was going to use, but I decided on the snowman. So I'm just colouring it in with some Inktense pencils, in the green and the red, using a black fine point Sharpie for the edges and detail. I had to get a brush tip on that one for the brim of the hat. And then I'm getting a feud ball pen to mark the stripes on the scarf. Minimal colouring in this one, which was good. Still going along with the details. Yeah, probably to darken the stamped image, maybe. And I fussy cut it out. Gee, I've been doing this a lot lately, fussy cutting. I'm not a huge fan of it. But when you don't have dies to match the stamps that you've got, you do what you gotta. So I'll put it aside, and now I'm just folding my card. I think all the sizes are on my blog. Ignore this. I'm actually trying to do the pop-up cards that Jennifer McGuire showed on her channel. And I revert back to doing I think the 1 inch wide. So just the two sections, not three, like I had there. And what's that? Is that? Oh, that's the. Decided I'd have some acetate on this one. It was a lot fiddlier, or I showed it to be a lot fiddlier than it really could be. They're pretty simple. Jen makes things hard. So I could have left it out, but then I thought, no, I'll show you that I have all sorts of troubles with my cards, mostly. Some you can do with no worries, and others you have all sorts of problems with them. I'm still thinking, trying to work this out. I probably should have tested this out before I made a video of it, but I just jumped in there. I don't end up using the bottom strip for the pop-up. It was just too hard. So it didn't line up too well. Now this piece is going to sit on the front of the card, underneath the pop-up section. So I'm putting it down now. That's a piece of watercolour paper. You can tell the difference between the two white shades. Anyway, these rhinestones I bought recently from Amazon in Australia. The link to which will be in the blog post. I'm using some glossy accents to adhere those. Sorry about the phone. Turned on silent. I don't know how to work these sticks. I'm sure that end should come out because I had another one which the gum down at the bottom, I just could not get it to come out, but its stick at the top, the other end, it came out quite easily. I'm sure if I sat there long enough I'd work it out. Still trying to get this frame on there, this pop-up frame. Oh dear. And can you believe it? It's over 20 minutes, this video for a card. Pathetic. Right, it's on there, but how does it come off? Because I don't leave it on there. Oh, she's coming off. Okay, so I've gone back to the 1 inch um, wide strips. I have cut the bottom section there as well, but I don't use it. I don't think. I'm just going to look at the card now. No, don't use it. And now instead of score tape or double-sided tape, I'm going to use Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, just a liquid glue. So it better work out this time because I don't think I'm going to be able to get it off as easily as the double-sided tape anyway. I must rip that off because it's not on it. Got me beat. Yeah, you can't really tell if I take that off because it's got another piece on the... Has it? Yeah, you don't see that. So I'm adhering down this acetate with glossy accents. I get so messy when I work with acetate. I can never have them clear with no marks. They're filthy. Still thinking. And I think I should have put that on the front, not the inside of the card. Eh, it worked out okay. Yep, I think I'm ripping that off now. Having all sorts of issues with it. Here we go. Nope, still trying to work it out. No, get rid of it, Jen. Get rid of it, and you're not able to tell. So, phew, it was more trouble than it was worth. Just trying to work out where I'm going to put the snowman. Okay, I'm just going to cut a piece of that background watercolour paper into a piece that was big enough for a sentiment to be heat embossed. So the snowman will sit underneath it and you won't see that it's a straight edge. He's sinking in the snow. Obviously looking for my embossing powder and embossing ink. Surely. Why would I leave that in? Oh, grabbing a stamp. Sorry, off camera. Oh, came back. I only keep my white embossing ink in a container like that. If I put all my colours, I wouldn't have any room for anything else. So, just the white. Happy Christmas. Right. Getting some, I think they're paper craft pop dots. Not quite sure. Haven't bought them for years. I used to buy them at Spotlight, I think. So I went over and ran that whole front piece, the acetate and the window frame, through the Big Shot with a Couture Creations embossing folder called Message in a Tree. It came out quite nice. Really, you can understand it all. You know, you can see all the words clearly. Yep, had it in there, upside down. Be dangerous if I had half a brain. You see, I'm very unsure in making this card. It's taking forever. I'm second guessing everything I do. we're now ready to stick it down onto the card base. Now I actually do a couple of strips of the double-sided tape. I don't have the 3/8 inch tape yet. Alright, she's going down. Let's hope I've got up the right way. She's out of whack already. Yeah, I didn't like to reinforce that, burnish that on top because of the embossed area. So I took a bone folder and slipped it inside. So on goes the snowman and decide to put him in the middle. Well, off-centered a little bit, I think. I don't know. Looking at the card, it is in the middle, I think. So there. I was happy with it in the end. And now I always do an inside sentiment. And then I stuff that up, don't I? That's alright. But then, for some reason, when I closed it, I must have had some ink on my thumb. So I get that coloured watercolour paper again, and another dye from Lawn Fawn, and I cut a piece out to sit on the over the top of that dirty mark. It's a bit longer than the card, and I don't cut it off to measurement. You'd think I would. I make things so much harder than they need to be. So it's going on with wet glue. Now what are you going to do, Jen? Alright, I'm just taking a metal ruler there and putting it underneath. I do show you eventually how I'm using this with my craft knife. Sorry I'm out of frame at the moment, but you will see in a moment. I just wanted to protect the glass. I could have obviously, oh no, I needed to protect the card. That's it, yeah. Here we go. That's done. So I think the card itself is finished now. Yep, that fixed that stuff up. So now I'm going to make an envelope. I always make my own envelopes. The ones we buy here in Australia are never the size to fit my card. They're always too big because I like to get 2 cards out of an A4 piece of cardstock. So I use the Martha Stewart scoring board to make my cards. I've got it down pat. I don't like that little triangle bit up there, so I just grab a ruler, press the mark where the fold section is, put some glue on it and fold it over, nice and neat. And I can glue up the sides now and stick that down. Just showing you there that it fits in nicely. Alright, now mostly on my envelopes I will put a little Christmas image if it's a Christmas card, birthday image if it's a birthday card, etc. And so I'm just using that same snowflake stamp that I used for the background. And I'm introducing another colour here. I'm introducing the silver. That's okay, it's only on the envelope. And I just used part of that stamp, snowflake stamp. So now I'm just heating up the gun first and now embossing it. And there it is. All done. Well, that was hard. Sorry, guys. Alright, couple of pictures to come. And, oh, sorry. I always put some double-sided tape on there so it's easy for people to close. Alright, now I'm off. A couple of photos and that's it. So hopefully next video I might do a journal page. It's been a while. So we'll see you then, guys. Thanks for watching and